Howdy, y'all. We had a few technical difficulties. That's why this episode kind of starts and stops. Bear with it. We'll get better next week. We did figure out the video though, so there's that. But enjoy the show, and we apologize for the abruptness of its ending. Enjoy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the cast with the most opinions and the least information. Thanks for joining us in the study of what it means to be human and where exactly does your poop go after you flush it. Please enjoy the show as we explore these topics and many more with the crew that is We Regret This Already. Welcome to the show. How's it going, man?
It's going good.
A lot of shit to talk about. I know I just showed you that video. I know you didn't see it. I guess you didn't see it online. You don't do the social medias too much. What do you do? What do you social?
YouTube, that's it.
Just YouTube?
Yeah, I don't have no
A
Twitter.
man of my own
shit.
heart. You know, I'm just now learning that. Known you for 20 years, 20 plus years. I'm just now learning that you don't have a goddamn X account.
No. I just I had Facebook for a while, but
Yeah.
you gotta get off of that because people will be looking for you. People will be finding you that you don't want them to find you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so.
Just
I just started the Facebook's profile interaction again. I mean, not really interacting, but I mean, you can try to plug the show, you
Yeah.
know? I had to let a few of my friends know that we're out here bullshitting around and they should fucking take a listen.
Yeah.
Okay, so back to the point. So you just do the YouTube. So you hadn't seen this online on the YouTubes. Because I hadn't seen it. I'm just a YouTuber myself. I just like the YouTubes.
Yeah. It's probably out there. I probably just like passed by it because I was like, oh, it's just another like conspiracy.
It's too much. It's so fucking muddy.
It's just like maybe because there's so much stuff out there, it could anything would resemble. You know what I mean? Anything would like if you think about it so much, or like you see like one little comparison that oh shit is gonna click. You know?
Yeah.
It's gonna align with some kind of story that's going on.
Yeah, we look for patterns even when they don't exist.
Yeah.
Pareidolia? Something like that? Jose, look it up. Oh, shit. Jose's, we got no look up action right now.
I don't even know how to spell that. I have to sound that out.
Pareidolia. That, you know, fuck it. I don't know.
Pareidolia.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. We do look for things even when there's not actual proof of those things happening. But this is fucking crazy. So let's start at the top. The movie, I just finished rewatching the movie because my old lady told me about it, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, Nick Cage movie back in fucking the 90s? Let's get into it. I'm a huge movie fan. Yeah. So Nick Cage is one of my favorite actors.
Bro.
Yeah, just because of how awesome his movies are. You know, you got the greats. You got Face Off. You got Con Air. You know, Snake Eyes. Dude, too many to name. You know,
Ghost Rider. What is it?
Not his best. Not his best work. I saw it. Don't get me. That's one of my dad's favorite flicks. You know, it's a good one. But yeah, Face Off is probably one of my favorite movies. Yeah. What's your favorite Nick Cage movie?
The one when he's Dracula.
I heard that one was badass.
Nah, I don't know. I never saw it. I just thought it was funny because he was like a vampire, right? Or something? Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay.
I don't really watch movies. Well, I watch movies, but I'm not like, I'll be like, damn, that's going to take like an hour or something, 2 hours.
90-minute cut, dude. No big deal. It's a 90-minute cut. That's what you got. I'm going to sit down for 90 minutes. It's going to be, I don't know. I guess I spent too much time watching movies as a kid. They mean a lot to me, you know? So even like I'll watch them now. I'll watch them old school movies, and I just, it's kind of a way to teleport back to time and to kind of think about how I felt when I first saw that movie. You know, in the 90s, it was just a different time. So I guess it's one of the means of teleportation through time that I like to access to kind of hone in that nostalgia.
Yeah,
You
like how
know?
you felt back then.
Like the Goonies, you watch the Goonies, it just there's something special about that flick.
I just remember the movies that they'll play like on TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they'll be playing those or if not. I don't know why, but they all like we had a tape of Grease, and then that one was always being played. That Lion King,
It's
you
a
know,
great
like
fucking movie. Lion King, another tape, yeah. No, also the classic plastic fucking Lion King tape,
Yeah.
it was
and then I don't know. I would see movies, but I wouldn't like get too into it.
Speaking of Grease, I was Danny Zuko, right?
Danny Zuko,
Yeah, in a play in high school.
you were?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn, Danny Zuko.
Fucking Danny. Grease is the word, brother. Yeah, man, did the lead. And I had no rightful place as the lead. I think I was just cute enough to do it. But I sucked at singing. The guy who was the lead had to drop out because he had other engagements with his mariachi. So I remember Julio, that was his name, I think. Sorry, Julio, if I forgot your name and took your spot. He was a great fucking singer, bro.
For real?
Yeah, really good. And that was when I was like, this is the beginning of my musical adventure. So I had a huge stage fright still,
In middle school or what? Or
This was high school.
Oh, high school.
Yeah.
I thought you started music like whenever you were in middle
In
school.
middle school, I did, but I didn't really get the stage all that often, up until. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I guess I never hit the stage. This is the stage now. I was like up until. Did I hit the stage? No,
Well,
I
you
never
said
did.
you were in the fucking play or what?
Yeah, well, I was in the play, but I still had a lot of
You had somebody singing in the background.
stage fright. No, I sucked it up the whole time. It sucked. It was all very
real?
bad. Yeah.
Did you have a flying car?
We did. We built
For
it wasn't flying, but I remember we built the set and it was a great time. It was a
That's
really
tight.
great time. I remember not being able to get out of character for a long time because
What?
I embodied Danny Zuko. He was me. You know what I mean? I wore the jacket, had the walk. I still carry some of that.
You went to the beach.
Oh,
you're,
Sandy.
you're drag racing. Oh no, you did a drag race of it.
No, I did do drag though.
That was him later on. No, what did he say something? It's kind of iffy or some shit.
John Travolta?
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I think he's a Scientologist. I don't know. Who cares? What the hell were we talking? We're talking about. Let's get
on
back
topic.
to it. Let's get back to it. We were talking about Snake Eyes.
Yes.
Nick Cage, the infamous Nick Cage movie known as Snake Eyes, and the ties that people are connecting to Charlie Kirk's murder. Now, like I said, I just watched it, and let's get into the very opening. The opening scene we're talking about. It opens on the boxing advertisement, okay, and it says Tyler the Executioner Lincoln. Okay, so first of all, that's the boxer, Tyler the Executioner Lincoln. So it's immediately like foreshadowing that a guy named Tyler is going to be an executioner. Okay, and it gives you the date right there, September 10th. So that's already the very opening scene is Tyler the Executioner. That's one correlation.
Yeah.
And the date, September 10th. That's two correlations.
So that's when it happened, for real? Like
Yeah,
September 10th?
September 10th, yeah, the day before 9/11. That's why 9/11 had almost no attention this year. It barely had any coverage. It was all about Kirk, which, rightfully so, but still, it was just the weirdest 9/11. You always see memorials on TV all day for the whole event, the whole day. And this 9/11 was...
Didn't have none? Oh, I didn't remember.
There was a one or two, but if you remember, we talked about it in the cast. Dave brought it up. He said, we forgot to remember 9/11. Which is crazy. So September 10th. That's the first thing. The next thing is they call it Tropical Storm Jezebel. It's actually a hurricane, and the announcer, the news reporter, she calls it a hurricane on the first take. And the cameraman says, "Hey, you're supposed to call it a tropical storm. You know, we're not calling it a hurricane. They don't want you to say a hurricane." Like, so immediately the first scene, this reporter, I think her name is Anthea, which is a Greek god. It's a name for a Greek god. The reporter she immediately says, she calls this hurricane Jezebel a hurricane. She calls it what it is. And the media says, no, that's, the cameraman stops her and says, no, they want you to call it a tropical storm. And the first thing she says is, oh, this is great. I love this city. They even spin the news. I mean, they even spin the weather. That's what she says. I love this city. They even spin the weather. Yeah. Which is like, what? You're spinning the weather? Like, just call it what it is. Just report the news. Yeah. So what does that have to do with anything? There was a website called Jezebel, where, somebody had bragged about paying a witch off of Etsy to put a spell on Kirk 2 weeks before that happened. So that's kind of weird. This website, Jezebel, somebody from it posted something. Somebody fucking bragged about something on that site that they had hired a couple of witches off of Etsy to put a curse on Kirk like 2 weeks before this happened. And it was even brought up in the news. Like, Erica Kirk went to, a priest friend and tried to receive a blessing in Kirk's name. She was that concerned about this witchcrafter. So Jezebel, it's tropical storm Jezebel. Yeah. Jezebel, the website, that's the that's the third correlation within the first 30 seconds. Okay, moving on. Yeah, dude, no, it gets fucking crazy. So the secretary, the guy who is shot, he's shot in the neck, and his name is Charles Kirkland. So Charlie Kirk. I'm sure Charlie's actual name is Charles. Charlie Kirk. I'm sure his actual name is Charles. I mean, unless his parents named him Charlie, which is right on. Hey, I'm named Bobby. I'm actually named that. So, but I'm pretty sure his name is Charles. But Charles Kirkland is the senator, the fictional character, who gets shot in the neck, and it's at a public event. At a boxing match with tons of people, and so that's the next correlation. There's a dude screaming in the audience right before it happens, and he's got this long hair with beard and stuff like that, and he's talking about he says, "Here comes the pain." That's what he's screaming. But he's also one of the guys that kind of orchestrates the whole ordeal, because it's a big conspiracy, this assassination. And so whenever he yells in the audience, causing a distraction, that's the sign for Tyler the Executioner to throw the match. So that's when he throws the match, and while he throws the match, that's when Kirkland gets assassinated. It's very, very weird. I don't know I haven't really delved too much into what all that means, and because the word is that there's a cover up or a message being delivered. So it's like, well, if there's a message being delivered, what is that message? In
the movie, or what do you mean?
Well, the idea that the social media posts are putting out right now is that there is something that Hollywood is trying to convey to us, like The Simpsons, same shit like The Simpsons, and is that pareidolia as well? Or whatever that word is that I said earlier. Is it just us trying to find patterns where they don't exist? I don't know. The patterns are pretty fucking rowdy.
But it's like probably in that movie they were just trying to do it like they throw in that little weather thing where like, oh, they spin the weather too. So it's probably like the writer being like throwing in their own little fucking jabs of like they know what's going on and throwing it in there. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, yes, but dude, Okay, we're not even done with the correlations yet, brother. They keep going. You see how big this list is. Because I saw the movie, and then it gets. Let's see. Somewhere in the movie, the guy at the arena who's reporting all the news on the topic says something about Rathers. I think is Dan Rathers or whatever, and that's how he got his start in media when he covered the JFK assassination. And everybody's talking about JFK, and of course that's an obvious correlation. That's not even one worth mentioning, but I did anyway because it's in the movie and people were talking about it. So, oh yeah, the bearded dude who says "Here comes the pain." Apparently, that guy also was in a crowd. There was a blonde dude who was cheering on the death of Kirk.
But was it before or afterwards?
After he got shot.
For real?
Yeah.
I thought it was. Oh, I don't know.
I mean, I didn't see the video, but that's what's out there.
Because I think that dude. I think I saw a video where he was like cheering, and then afterwards, that's when they shoot, and then he like ducks down or something. Because I don't think it was before.
More muddied waters.
You know what I mean? I don't think.
Who knows, man?
I think this is like a lot of like.
Okay, but we can't talk about George Zinn. George Zinn did, in fact, say, "I did it. I did it. Kill me, shoot me." And I think he pulled his pants down, or somebody pulled his pants down. But he was literally a distraction because while they were dealing with him, the other guy got away. You know, Tyler got away. So it's actually maybe that's the nuanced correlation that I was trying to make earlier. Is the dude in the audience when he says "Here comes the pain," he causes a distraction for Tyler the Executioner, the boxer, to throw the match, and that's the setup.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very, very cool movie. You got to watch it. You know, and then there's a woman's in a red dress in the audience who distracts. You know,
in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie, there's a woman in the in the audience, red dress. I don't know why that stuck out to me. I just wrote it down because it seemed like The Matrix to me. When you see that scene, the cinematography that they chose for that very specific scene is this very, very alluring, very obvious woman who stands out. It's like she's the only one in the room in a whole goddamn audience of an arena. So the way they chose to shoot it like that, it tells me the woman in the red dress is, to me, like the first thing I think of is Matrix. You know, did you notice the woman in the red dress? It's like, how could you not? Whereas in Neo I don't think he did notice the woman in the red dress. Do you remember the Matrix?
A little bit, but I don't remember no women in a red dress. So I don't. I know how they do the scenes, like the one that you're talking about, like
the cinematics of it.
Yeah, they do it like, you know, intentional. So like, all right, they're gonna see this, and then it's gonna make everything like you know, the setting and everything.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know how you get with the Matrix because I don't remember.
Well, I think the woman in the red dress represents more in Hollywood. There's seduction. There's a type of mystery. There's power in that as well. But it could also be, I don't know. I guess it could also be like just something to grab your attention, something to distract you with. When we look at, hold on, we're gonna pause real quick. Howdy. Are you tired of owning a struggling business because you don't have enough customers? Are you unsure of how to promote? Well, lucky for you, we're selling out and ad space is available right here. That's right. We'll sell your stuff if you give us money. Advertising works, you big dummy, so do it. Do it here. Do it with us. I'll even throw a shirt on if the money's right. Back to the program. Yeah. All right. And we're back. All right. Where did we leave off? We were talking about Snake Eyes.
Snake.
Fucking Nick Cage movies, man.
For all that shit, I think it's just like coincidence, but unless people are going off his playbook, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's just crazy.
Yeah. I mean, we were just watching those Candace Owens videos. What do you think of that?
I didn't know. I never really like paid attention to her, but I didn't know that they were working together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't really pay attention, and I think I should have because she had more insight. She had more insight of everything. She has more, you know what I mean? She has more knowledge of like what's going on in their little circle, and like she started like this video that we just started seeing. She's saying about like they had donors that wanted them to do certain things, and then they kind of didn't want to do what the donor said, and so maybe for me it's looking like maybe it's someone that thought he was gonna disagree with them, and then like maybe they're like, all right, let's take him out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. She points the finger a lot at Israel, at the Jews.
So they're getting like donors from like donations from them or what?
I mean, apparently what she talked about in this last video was how Kirk had assigned a Doge department within his own company, within Turning Point USA, to look into where the money was, not where the money was going, but where it was coming from, and whether or not they had been influenced by, I guess let's call them, these entities. Could it be, the IDF, the Israeli Defense Department, or Israeli Defense Forces? That's what it's called. I don't know. He had recently talked about Epstein. I know that was another video that she was talking about how Epstein was possibly a Mossad agent, a Mossad plant. Who knows? That gets really tricky though when you get into like geopolitical espionage, and I mean, fuck.
Yeah, maybe he was like digging into it too.
Yeah.
Once you start digging into stuff, then people don't want you to be doing that.
Yeah.
Especially if it's not going with what they already put out there.
Yeah. So Candace Owens thinks like, so there was suspicion within Turning Point USA itself, and suspicion against Israel, Israel. So I don't know.
Did they figure out like where the money was coming from?
I'm sure
Or it was barely like starting off.
it was just starting. Yeah. The Doge, Turning Point Doge.
That would be pretty cool, like to find out like what their donors. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, she
But
makes a good point when she says, whenever there's a crime or something like that, you got to follow the money, find out where is that going. To whose benefit does this death serve? I mean, I don't know. Kind of drained thinking about it, and I'm wondering if that's kind of another tactic, like oversaturate the market with too much information, too much disinformation, too much misinformation, to the point where you just turn off the audience. I feel like I'm done thinking about it, talking about it. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, but if she's talking about it, then it makes more sense. Like, why are you gonna hear from everybody else that doesn't know nothing about it? If it's coming straight from like the people,
Yeah, it only makes sense to listen to the people who are around him and knew
it's
him
more
best.
credible.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna get all my news from Candace Owens from now on.
Well, from this
involving the
this,
Kirk. Yeah. She's very informed. And that little love letter to Charlie Kirk, that was beautiful. Seeing him in his own way.
Yeah. Well, too, I think that goes to where it makes him more likable, to like where people were just like saying he was against everybody, and it's just making him more personable. Like more like oh, he wasn't a bad guy. He wasn't all just like trying to go against everybody, or that's
well,
what
I mean,
see
there
with
was
that movie, that video as well.
So you took it as propaganda.
Well, that's how.
Yeah,
I saw it like.
Just admit it.
I saw it like making him likable. You know what I mean?
Maybe maybe you started to like him, and then you're all like, oh, I wonder why this is happening. Is it because I'm watching this video?
No, I never put too much into him, so I don't,
You never put too much. How much did you put into him?
Nothing.
1 inch, 2 inch.
He's not my type. Sorry.
Oh God.
But yeah, it's that's the way I see it. It's like more her like putting out like what he was about, and like sensible stuff, like makes you more passionate, like about him as a person,
Yeah.
than what people were always just seeing, I guess, him debating or whatever with everybody.
Yeah. Dunking on college kids. I mean, that's pretty much what I saw. That's what Kirk was to me. Some dude who'd like to go over there and get the free form conversation a flowing, and
But I don't get how white people took their babies and stuff.
why people took babies to the debates.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe, I mean, debating is kind of a lost art, don't you think? I mean, it's not something that we practice anymore. It's not something we do. All we do is kind of, I mean, we don't debate anymore. We might have a conversation if we're lucky enough to find somebody willing to have a conversation with us, but it's kind of a lost art. Like,
Yeah, I still don't get why they take kids. You know what I mean?
well, to show them.
Because they have babies. I saw one dude get up and run, and he had a baby.
Oh, after the.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I don't know, man. I mean, it's a family event. Like, it's a debate stage, I mean,
I don't think that would be a family event.
Why not?
Because it's like if they're debating, they're gonna get heated and stuff. Why do you want your kid to see that?
I could argue that kids see much more
But
horrible
baby,
things.
But a baby, yeah. Why you gonna take a baby? That's the only thing. It's just certain places you don't take kids.
And you think a debate stage is too controversial for kids?
It's just, why you gonna take your kid? It's something you want to go see. Go see it, but
I could understand it being boring for a kid. Like, why take your kid to that boring debate? But I can't see a reason to not take a kid to a debate because, like, oh man, somebody might be offended. It's like, who cares? No, that's kind of, this is the American way, debate,
there's just
discourse.
Some stuff you don't have to. It's not like I'm gonna go take my kid debate. You know what I mean? For me, it's not something I would do. It's just, it seems like, I don't know. I must have different like views or something, but like in taking kids there, like it's just out of here.
Crazy. It looks like my video went down over here again. I don't know what's up with it, but my video keeps dying, and I don't think it's recording it either. So, whatever, man. We'll figure out that video.
It's just the application problem.
Yeah, I don't know. Who cares? We'll just show your face for now. I could sit over there by you, I reckon.
Yeah,
and we could just use the one camera.
Yeah, fuck it.
How hard would that be for me? I guess it would be as simple as
rotating.
Coming over here. Look at that.
Go clockwise.
Wow, that was actually very simply done. So, I don't know. I think debating politics, yeah, that could be. It could be a family-friendly event. I would think that our country is built off of stuff like that. Like, I think back in the old day, you'd have a debate stage, and yeah, you would take the whole family to that.
I guess, but I don't know. I just wouldn't like. Why you take kids? That's all I gotta say.
Why take the kids? I think the answer to that would be to
maybe they're like in like high school or something, or maybe they're getting into it like in middle school. But
well, I mean,
like if they're any younger, then why have them there?
I guess if I have passions, any adult, any parent has passions. They tend to imprint upon their children these little things that they like. Like my kid likes movies. stuff like that. If a parent's really into politics or really into debate, the art of debate, the lost art of debate, I guess, I guess, I guess it would be acceptable. I mean, I
It,
don't
wa-
see
it was just weird because whenever I was seeing the stuff that dude was charged for, and it said like it's
violence in front of a kid.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was just crazy. Like I was like, why are kids there? But to each their own.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, to me, it seems like a family friendly event.
That's your take. That's your take, not my. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's nothing for me to fucking get all pissed off about. I'm just saying, like, just I never. I guess you want to bring them into politics and stuff,
I mean,
make them know what you're thinking about. I guess.
I mean, a debate is something that should play out through society, though. It's something that society should pay attention to, something that everybody should be witness to. It's like it doesn't
Yeah,
matter really the age. I mean, so when you have a debate, you're arguing one point against another, one notion of against another, and those conversations have to happen so that we could figure out exactly who's right.
no, yeah, that's like for people that are like in that stuff. But it's just like pointless for me arguing. You know what I mean? Like it's just, I just feel like they're kids. Let them fucking be kids.
Well, an argument is not the same as a debate. A debate is I have my time to speak and I get to make my point and I get to
No, but I'm saying argument right now. Like it's not for me to like argue or like say like it's bad or whatever. I'm just saying like why like you know what I mean?
it's yeah, I mean
Like I understand what you're trying to say. Like you have your like you want your kids to know like see what's going on and see like what people are debating about.
mhm.
And me, I'm like they're just little kids. It shouldn't really matter that they're too young. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're just molding them.
Yeah. No, I mean
So
that's what we
if you
do
want,
though, right?
if you want to mold them to that,
Well, that's what we do. That's what I was saying. Like, we all kind of imprint upon our kids a part of ourselves, and some parents are really into politics. I know this last election really charged a lot of people who hadn't even been involved or interested in politics, which was kind of interesting because that kind of goes back to the pendulum, the way it swings. People become less interested or less enchanted with government and the ongoings of how it all occurs, and then some people get really interested. After a while. Howdy. Are you a fan of podcasts? Do you spend time driving or doing any task for any amount of time at all? Well, spend that time with our podcast. Tune in to We Regret This Already. That's regret, ironically misspelled, with the friends you never knew you needed at a time when friendship is needed most. Join us in the lollygaggery of the gang that is We Regret This Already. You won't regret it, like I don't regret misspelling my own channel. That's We Regret This Already. Regret, ironically misspelled. Join us there.